So you have to wonder, is the Dark Jedi going to be telling you something about Star Wars Hot Toys that isn't too popular, but is the God honest, data driven truth? We're going to talk about that later on in this episode. And is it possible that it's absolutely berserk and bananas right now in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys? Listen, I've got the coffee right here in hand. Come on. I've got plenty of coffee. Cheers to you. Mm. Old school market chart show live here on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's dive into all of this right now. Welcome to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show. Right here, baby, at 6 Scale Cantina. And in case you know, just I am Dark Jedi, Aries, and I'll be serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, and really soon, all Marvel Toys talk. If you haven't heard yet, I'll show you a little later in this episode. I am going to be starting the market chart for Marvel Hot Toys. Look, baby, it was absolutely inevitable. It is a mountain. It is a planet upon planet system, galactic level of data-driven work. Dark Jedi is going to be bringing it home to you here over the upcoming months, so stay tuned. Come on, baby. But listen, if you don't know who I am, again, I'm the Dark Jedi. Hit the subscribe button, baby. 6 Scale Cantina for all, let me do it like this, all your Hot Toys secondary market news and information. Come on. And look, a little bit later in this show, you're going to have to wait for it, okay? I'm going to give you something that isn't too popular, but is absolutely data-driven and is the truth, okay? And we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. Get ready for the Dark Jedi to blow your mind to planet Coruscant, baby. Come on. Welcome, everybody who's in here. It is the Market Chart Show live, and right after this show, what about Sunday Coffee with Aries? If you decide to become a Cantina Insider, I am going to do an encore after this show, and I am going to give you some expanded thoughts and some heightened analysis that is guaranteed to further blow your mind. If you're interested, go ahead, hit that little join button, become a Cantina Insider here, 6scalecantina.com, and you will get the encore presentation from the Dark Jedi here. It is what it's all about. I'll give you a preview of that a little bit later as well at 6scalecantina.com. So right after this show, Sunday Coffee with Aries, which is going to be the encore right here to the Market Chart Show. Market Chart Show live. The Dark Jedi is in the house. Cheers to you. Here it is, the 6 Scale Cantina mug, baby. Salute. And how is everybody doing today before we dive into it? I hope everybody's having a great weekend. It is Sunday. I've got lots of coffee. I've got the coffee in this cup. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you. I've got the coffee here in here. And I've also got the coffee right here, baby. And we're going completely old school style. We've got the hair going, just like here on the mug. Come on. I'll have to show you my hat collection at some point. It's pretty impressive. Most impressive. We should do 6-scale Cantina hats. How many of you would like that? Let me know if you'd be interested in a 6-scale Cantina hat to go with your 6-scale Cantina mug. We may be able to hook you up, baby. We may be able to hook you up. Well, welcome everybody who's in here. I hope you enjoyed the show last night. The show last night was absolutely fantastic. Kind of renamed it every Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. It is Cantina Live. And what a great panel we had in here last night. We had Lane Kramer in the house. We had primetime reviews. We had the Jedi Night's Watch in the house. It was absolutely fantastic. And we had local as well. You don't miss that. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you haven't watched it yet, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's say hi to everybody who's in here before we get into this crazy market news, because there's a lot going on. I will show you right here. I'm going to be sharing 6scalecantina.com. There's a whole lot to go over in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. I will certainly give you a preview for Marvel Hot Toys as we get into that in the upcoming months over here at 6-Scale Cantina. But let's go ahead and see who is inside the house. Let me know what table you're at. I'm serving up all the coffee here today and putting this up on the screen. Come on, Fabs. Fabs Figures is in the house. What is going on, Fabio? And tomorrow, little sneak preview here, Fabio is going to do an encore with me again, live and raw tomorrow with Aries Tarrington. Special guest Fabio from Fabio World. You don't want to miss that. We have a lot of important things to discuss. And you have to wonder, is it possible that tonight, while you're sleeping, and not a creature will be stirring, not even a mouse, except Hot Toys, with an announcement or a release for Star Wars? You want to tune in tomorrow? Fabio putting in here, can't wait. Me too, my friend. There's Lane Kramer in the house. Welcome in here. Come on. Lane says Fab's the man who will load 3 DeLoreans. That was fun with Lane. You're going to have to remind me of your question. You asked me a question you wanted me to ponder, and I was too busy with UFC last night, baby. And look, there's already 40 in here. Did you smash the like button? Please go ahead and smash the like button for the Dark Jedi for this video. And also go ahead and subscribe to the channel if this is the first time you're watching. Much appreciate your support. Good to have Lane in here. It was great yesterday. There's the single songwriter. We saw him this morning on the Positive Fandom Sunday brunch. It was good to hang out with single songwriter in here. Mad Makes is in the house doing the review tour today. Good for Mad Makes is in here. Link $21.95. A shirt would be nice to go with the hat. Well, let me think about that, Link, because a lot of people have asked me about shirts. They've asked me about hats to go along with this 6-scale Cantina mug. It's good to see all of you in here. Don't worry, for those of you who are tuning in, we will be getting into the secondary market news right here at 6scalecantina.com. It is absolutely crazy. We've got some figures to discuss, data-driven analysis. I want to state that. This is data-driven analysis, and it's the most comprehensive you're going to get for Hot Toys here. Come on. Braden is in the house. Welcome, Braden. Come on. And we also have Cypher 9. Good to have Cypher 9 in here for sure. AJ, what is up to you? Riley's Reviews is in the house. Come on. And you have to wonder, is the Hot Toys Wizard going to take on the likeness of Riley again? We'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll have to keep an eye on it for sure. Good to have Braden in the house. I am good. How are you, my friend? Cheers to you. What table are you at? But always, we have to fill up table 5 first. So let's go and do it. And who is at table 44, where it's like 44 below zero?
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
Where else are you going to have this much fun when it comes to Star Wars Hot Toys? Where else? Need more coffee. let's continue to go down and say hi to the people that are in here before we dive into a lot of this information that I'll be happy to do with you. Collector Chris, what is up? Hello, Aries and everyone. They call him the Wizard. Well, look, is this what they call you, actually?
They call him the Wizard.
Good to have you in here, Collector Chris. Primetime Reviews, that was so awesome to have you in there last night as well. We've got a couple of the panel members already in here that were on last night, Lane Kramer and Primetime Reviews. Primetime Reviews, already's got a video up. He's got a lot of subscribers. He's getting back into the video production of that. You don't forget to check out and subscribe to Primetime Reviews. Such a pleasure to have him in here. Looking forward to having him and everyone last night as well back on. A friend of TK FOMO is in the house. CT603. Listen, I haven't seen anything about TK FOMO. CT603, tell me how he's doing. Sean, what is going on? What table are you at? For sure. Good to have you in here. Kinky Sphincter. Hey, Aries, what's going on? And some damn good fights last night. Boy, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. Of the year contender with that. I know. Listen, I knew a lot of people before we get into all the secondary market stuff here for Star Wars Hot Toys and get into some information and the tease. What's the unpopular thing I'm going to be talking about when it comes to Star Wars Hot Toys? But I'm going to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you, the Hot Toys Wizard, later on in the show. Stay tuned for it. You're going to have to wait for it. But yeah, it was amazing. People were discounting the number 2 fighter in the world, Gilbert Burns. Gilbert could have won that fight. Gilbert almost won that fight. That fight was neck and neck. And finally, Cosmot had to fight somebody with that kind of caliber. Now, what Cosmot proved is that he's ready to contend for the title. What he showed me last night is he's right equal with Gilbert Burns. He's not ready for Kamaru Usman, though. Kamaru Usman would win that fight. He's got a little bit more to go, but now that he's experienced Gilbert Burns, then he can get ready for Kamaru Usman, who, in my opinion, in that division is probably the greatest of all time at this point. But it was a lot of fun last night, including the Raquel Pennington Aspen lad. Aspen stepped up. But I knew that was going to be a tough fight because Raquel Pennington, Rocky is trust me, I train fighters. I have a bunch of female professional mixed martial artists. I'm telling you, Rocky, they're both very tough. A lot of fun last night. Crossbow, what is going on with you? Good to have you in here. Bob Dylan is in the house. Good to have Bob in here. Thank you so much for coming in here, Bob. Hope you're doing well today. What table are you at, my friend? 6 scale 501st. Hoping for some Star Wars releases this week. And is it possible that the Dark Jedi subscribed to 6 scale 501st? Because there's always so many things going on in so many people's channel. I can't do everything, but I saw it on my Facebook group. I was like, oh, cool, 6 scale 501st. Did I hit the subscribe button? And I say, yes. Good. Good to have you in here. Marco Polo, Phelps Figures again saying hi, but again, my friend saying the Dark Jedi. Jamal is in the house. Punisher is in the house. Good to see you in here. If I miss some of you, we'll get you later on in the show. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Let's continue to go down the list here and get into the Star Child. Welcome, my man Ray. Hawk Wars Toys is in the house. Good to have Hawk Wars in here for sure. Oh boy, reach out to Ray at Hawk Wars for all your Hot Toys needs. Is it possible that that is where the Dark Jedi is going to be getting his Clone Wars Ahsoka? And I say, yes. Good to have you in here, my man Ray. Basic Batch, good to have you in here. Fat Batman, I love this. I love the name of this. Fat Batman's Collecting Nightmare. Great fights last night, Aries. I know. It was freaking sick, dude. It was sick. Oh, man. It was just so good. Joe Fuzz, what is up, my man? Carlito is going on. Come on. Uncommon Flex, nice to see you in here as well. And if I miss some of you, keep texting it in there. I'm just an old guy trying to set the controls at the heart of the sun here. Some of you Pink Floyd fans just knew the little nugget I threw at you there, baby. Where's the Pink Floyd hat? You have to wonder. Listen, going old school today. We got it right here. The hair. Come on. We dove right into it right now. The Deputy. What is up, buddy? Good to have you in here. All right, so look, let's get into it. I got some stuff here. And again, what is the unpopular topic when it comes to Star Wars Hot Toys? You're going to have to wait for it. You're going to have to wait for it. Wait for it.
They call him the Wizard.
Later in the show. First, let's go ahead and get to some secondary market news right here at 6scalecantina.com. So, blowing this up a little bit bigger on the screen temporarily anyway, and putting my face a little bit smaller. If you don't have 6scalecantina.com bookmarked, you may want to consider doing so. It has all the latest information on what's going on at 6 Scale Cantina, all the latest information on what's going on with Star Wars Hot Toys, and all your secondary market news for Star Wars Hot Toys, and very, very shortly, Marvel Hot Toys as well. You could see as I put this up on the screen, we have an extra menu item right on my face with my like this. You see the Home tab, Market Value Chart SW, that's Star Wars. And then you see Market Value Chart Marvel. And I will click on this, give you a short little preview. It's under construction. It's vast. I don't got everything up there yet. I am working on it. It's a lot of data research. It's a lot of things that have been going on for a long time. A lot of contemplating as well. You can see right here, Marvel chart under construction. Values and trends are updated, under construction. A lot of stuff going on over here. You see a lot of the figures that are going to be up. A lot of data and research goes into this. Also had some help from my friend Fabio from Fab's Figures. So big shout out to Fabio with this as well. And a lot more work to be done for the market value chart, market value chart for Marvel, but coming soon. Let's go ahead and go to the home. So if you do scale can comic book, you want to consider doing so. There's also some breaking news. Now, all of a sudden, on 6scalecantina.com, finally, just a little bit over a year, when you scroll to the very bottom, we have finally hit over 20,000 unique views on 6scalecantina.com. Let me say that again. We have finally hit over 20,000 unique views at 6scalecantina.com. That is very, very significant. 20,052. When I first started this is what I started with first before the channel. This was my passion before the channel. The channel has been a very, very great surprise and a lot of fun that goes with this. But there's a lot of great information here. So when I say, hey, I got links to a lot of channel creators and stuff in here, it's no joke because a lot of people come in here to find out information. You can find this on Google or whatnot. So listen, I go ahead and support the whole community because every channel that I know about, I put in the resources and links page. The biggest channels to the ones that are starting out, you reach out to me. The Dark Jedi will get you hooked up. But 6scalecantina.com, are you kidding me? And look, there's the latest information. You see this on the screen. Trends up, trends down. Look at the new market chart show with a little dollar sign with Fabio World right behind it while we're on the dark side of the moon. That is going on now. Another reason to subscribe to the channel and to bookmark this site. Going down as well, you see the show I'm coming up tomorrow, live and raw. You see right here on the banner, special guest Fab's Figures. You see it right here, live and raw Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. There's Commander Gree. There's the Luke 40th. There's Mayfield, Bill Burr. There's Carl Weathers, Grief Karga. There's the Frog Lady. 3 weeks left. May 4th countdown. What are Fabio and I going to talk about tomorrow? Holy crap. It is absolutely crazy indeed. And continuing to go down here, look at this pink banner. Cantina Insider. So right after the show, if you want to see the encore, you see right here on the right side of the screen, that banner that says Sunday Coffee Live with Dark Jedi, Cantina Insider exclusive. If you want more after the show, if you want heightened thoughts and expanded analysis, you can click on it. You join the membership, and then you go to the memberships tab, and you'll see a link to the video. So come join me on there after this show for sure. And look here, breaking news section for Star Wars Hot Toys. We'll be getting the Marvel one up here soon because now we're going to be diving into that with the Marvel market value chart. But right now for Star Wars, here's your latest information. Darth Maul, Clone Wars Maul. And you have to wonder, is Fabio and myself going to be having different breaking news for Star Wars Hot Toys tomorrow besides Clone Wars Maul? Is this picture on 6scalecantina.com going to change sometime tonight, sometime tomorrow morning? We're going to have to keep an eye on it for sure. Let me know what table you're at. We're filling it all up. Maybe you're on table 44. We already played Luke on the Tauntaun. Let me play this one for you.
Oh, really? You're cold?
It's cold. It's cold. And already Grogu needs another refill. 56 already in here. Don't forget to smash the like button. It's the Market Value Chart Show live. And we're going old school. I've got the hair all going. I'm here, baby. Come on. Come on. And look, I'm putting this up on the screen before I go ahead and dive into it. So many other comments in here. People that are coming in. Thank you so much for jumping in here. Joe Fuzz is in the house. What is going on, Fuzz? Good to see you. This is the way, absolutely, my friend. Have you in. Good to also have the dog pound. Woo! Come on. Come on. And also good to have in Starchild. Hello, everyone. Here to get the latest Hot Toys Star Wars news and trends. I'm telling you, there's a lot to get into. There's a whole lot to get into. Star Killer, what is up to you as well? Good to have you in here, my friend. Saying hi to the people that are in here for sure. P Rock, how about those fights last night? We were already chatting it up on IG. What's up, Aries and fellow collectors? P Rock, I'm right with you. I got your last message, and I'm agreeing with you on all the last three fights. We'll talk about it in and out on this show here for sure. It is absolutely crazy. Loco Lou in here, another guest last night on that show. And you have to check that out if you haven't yet, for sure. Continuing to go down in here. And we got this message from Seth Recca with the $20 drop here on the Market Chart Show Live. Says, Aries, I just got the find of a lifetime. One of my favorite Star Wars characters, baby. I got the ultra rare Captain Rex premium format. Have you ever had interest in the amazing sideshow statues? And you have to wonder, is it possible when I seen some of those sideshow statues, like the premium format Darth Talon, that is hotter than hell? And I say, yes. Those type of statues, those premium formats like the one you're talking about there, like the Darth Talon, like those Unleashed type ones. What do they call them with all the crazy stuff? They have the Darth Maul one. They have the Emperor one. It's leaving my mind right now. They have these up over there. They got a Zaj Ventress on that. They got the Emperor with all the crazy statues that Sideshow puts out. I'm very, 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 very interested in diving into that. That would be my cup of tea. And even more importantly, my coffee spill and cup of coffee. Seth Reckup with the $20 bomb here on the Market Chart Show Live. It is so very, very much appreciated. What a supporter here. Seth Reckup at 6scalecantina.com. Come on, leaving that up there for another minute. But yes, I've certainly got interest on some of those crazy statues. And somebody in the chat will let me know. I'm escaping my mind. I could probably go right to Sideshow. But I want to stay at 6scalecantina.com. So again, going over here, moving Maul up. Hopefully that picture changes for Fabio and I tomorrow. But here is the recent biggest movers. Updated yesterday for Star Wars Hot Toys that you're seeing here on the screen. Leaving Seth's super chat up there for just another minute. You can see the first row. And you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi. You've got the Force Awakens Chewbacca. You have got the Emperor Deluxe, and that arrow is incorrect. I have to edit that after the show. Well, after Sunday Coffee, which comes on after this, if you want to become a Cantina Insider and get an encore. That arrow is up, so that's just a little bit of an error there. The Emperor is trending up and up fast, so forget about that arrow. And now moving to the other one up here on the screen, you can see this next row up over here, and looky here. And you have Darth Maul DX16 going through the roof. Chewbacca, A New Hope going through the roof. And you have to wonder, is it an error that the arrow is facing up on the Luke Jedi Knight? And I say no. The only error I have on here is that Emperor, which should have an arrow up. But Luke is starting to trend up. So you can see right there. Thank you so much, Seth, my man. Much appreciate that $20 bomb and all the support. And Mandalorian Huntress is at table 66. Huntress, wait for it. Wait for it.
Good, Anakin, good.
Good.
Huntress, Huntress, I would spill my coffee for a Revenge of the Sith. Emperor Palpatine. Let's play it. Who would not want this version of Palpatine? Who would not buy this?
Good, Anakin, good.
Good.
Huntress, I need that version of the Emperor. I need that. I love my Return of the Jedi Emperor. Don't get me wrong. That is the Emperor. OT fan, old school, but man, I need that Revenge of the Sith one. I need it. Good to have Huntress in the house. And Lane Kramer putting up in here, what is your next expected hot toy? Ahsoka? I'm still waiting for the 2-pack Boba Fett, baby. So I don't know what's going on. Ahsoka is my next expected one. In the meantime, Lane, I did go ahead and recently just got another one. And I showed it if you watched the Man of Hot Collectibles stream on Friday. I just got Chirrut. Anyway, Deluxe, by the way. Let's continue to go down. Lane, thank you for the $2 drop. But yes, my next two personal expected ones going to get the Clone Wars Ahsoka probably at this point quicker than the 2-pack Boba Fett, which is fine. And then the stuff that's coming out, baby. The stuff that's coming out. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. My man Lane, thank you for the $2 drop. Maximum Rex, hello to you as well. Another friend of TK FOMO, CT0114. Greetings from one of the 501st finest. Did you have to say it? Let's fill up table 88. I'm pretty sure CT0114 that TK FOMO and CT Suck It and CT Bomi, or was it TK Bomi, was in that group chasing after Grogu. So we can get some information from them for sure. Yes, Bob Dylan, Mythos. Those Mythos statues, buddy, are absolutely unbelievable. And every one that they have out, Bob, I want every single damn one of them. And I'm not a statue guy, okay? Because honestly, and I could show you a picture. I'll upload a picture. When I was a kid, I couldn't play with any of the statues, any of the Norman Rockwells. You know what I'm talking about. Don't touch. But none of my grandparents quite had statues, or my parents, like the Mythos, baby. That's kind of like hot. And I used to collect those Hasbro Unleashed figures in the big packaging. And you have to wonder, will the Dark Jedi dive into that because they just look so fracking cool? Shout out to one of my favorite IPs of all time, Battlestar Galactica. Should I use frack or should I use Felka Carb? You fans know what I'm talking about. Come on. But that's it, Bob. Come on. Let's continue to go down here with some of the comments in the chat. Beskar Kid, congrats, Aries, and welcome in here, my friend. El Fito, hello to you as well. Thalia, welcome as well. And anyone else is coming in here, if I missed you, keep it up. Let's continue to look at what's going on here in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. So look at here. Let's actually scroll up and look at the first two columns that we're talking about here when it comes to the secondary market. And like I said, the Emperor is incorrect. The Emperor was trending down. So I'm kind of happy that I put this up, that I actually have this error, because it goes to drive home. Remember, the Emperor was trending down over the last several months. I keep it real here at 6scalecantina.com. You know, it's not sexy if a figure goes up. It's not sexy if a figure goes down. What's sexy is giving you the data and exactly what is going on, which you get the facts and nothing but the facts number-wise here. Anyway here at 6scalecantina.com. And the Emperor is rise. It's rising. It's rising again in a huge way. Let's go ahead and show you some data here on what is going on, old school style market value chart. And you want to talk about hype for the upcoming Obi-Wan series with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. And you can look right here with 29 bids back from April 4th, $805, not including the $25 in shipping, not including taxes, and with over 12,000 feedback, an amazing seller with 100% Reese's Rare Comics, another great seller, just like Hawk Wars Toys, who's already in the chat. And Hawk Wars Ray will tell you in the chat right now that this figure is absolutely going insane currently within the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. And you have to wonder, does the upcoming Obi-Wan series have anything at all to do with this? And I say yes. I don't even know how you can have this series, to be quite frank with you. When you're exploring, I know people have said they want it to be about Obi-Wan. It's not going to be just about Obi-Wan. It's going to be about Darth Vader. Those two were brothers. You were my brother, Anakin. And you let this Dark Lord twist your mind. It's going to be about Darth Vader as well. And there's not a chance in hell that you don't at least get a hologram of Ian McDiarmid. They're going to put this Easter egg in here. This is a limited series. And you can bet that Deborah Chow, along with the assistance of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, along with getting ideas from George Lucas, is going to absolutely put this character in some capacity, in some cameo as well, within this show. It appears in your anger you killed her. It just doesn't make any other sense to not have it. And let's continue to look at some data here when it comes to Star Wars with this Emperor here. It is absolutely insane. With 70 in here, did you hit the like button? Please smash the like button as we go over. Let's go over some more with the Emperor Deluxe and pull up some other data on here for this figure. And you can look right here. Sold $720 back from March 17th. Holy moly. Starting to go up and up and up. And let me tell you something. If this character, if the Dark Jedi is correct, and in any capacity, Emperor Palpatine shows up in the Obi-Wan series, which he will in some capacity, this figure, is it possible that this set could go over the $1,000 tier range? And I say yes. The one with the throne. It could. It's too damn epic. He's too important to Star Wars. Yes, I understand he's ugly. Yes, I understand he is the villain, the ugly, not the sexy villain like Darth Vader. Okay? He's the ugly villain. He's the villain at table 66.
Good, Anakin, good.
I'm telling you right now, this figure is insane. Let's go and see where the trend is right now. Where this figure is trending up on 6scalecantina.com on the market value chart, going back to 6scalecantina.com, and we will go to the Star Wars market value chart. Look at that, because I'm getting into Marvel. Now I've got to call it the Star Wars market chart. We've got it all here at 6 Scale Cantina for sure. And remember, you can navigate this fairly easily by going to the current value column, clicking on that arrow twice, so you get the highest ranked figures to the lowest ranked figures, so that it's easier to navigate. And scrolling down this list, I will bring it up on the screen and highlight it. Emperor Deluxe, MMS 468, now trending up. You see that little arrow. So the arrow on the far right column tells you if something is trending up or trending down. And everything that's trending up or trending down for that particular week or over the last couple of weeks. And you can see right here, now $587 and rising. So it'll be no wonder that this figure cracks, especially with the forthcoming Obi-Wan series, the $600 tier range at $587 and rising up. But I think the thing is not really wondering about, is it going to crack the $600 tier range again for the third time? Because it will. I think more of the question is how high can it go? And I think the other question we got to bring up, because of the forthcoming Obi-Wan series, is exactly what I talked about before when I served up table 66. Are we going to go ahead and get an Emperor from this series? Is he a strong enough character? Let me say that again. Is he a strong enough Star Wars character for Hot Toys to actually put out an Emperor from the Obi-Wan series? Think about that. And before you say no or yes, think about it. What kind of character did they give us so far in the book of Boba Fett? Well, one of them was the KX Enforcer droid, which we're going to get into a little bit later as well, because that figure is starting to trend up. And I'm going to give you some real data on what's going on with that. But the KX Enforcer droid, ladies and gentlemen, is nowhere near, and there's no arguing with this. You cannot argue with this. This is not an argument. The KX Enforcer droid is not more popular than this guy.
Good, Anakin, good.
So even if he shows up with the way this figure is absolutely steaming in the secondary market at this point in time, I feel that it is absolutely no doubt at all that we would get something from the Emperor for this. And they can use the same damn head sculpt that they have with some paint differences and applications, and they will reuse it again. And I'm making a call right now. If he shows up with the way this figure is trending, you can bet your bottom dollar that Hot Toys will capitalize on this again, blowing it up on the screen again. You can see right here, highlighted on the screen, $587 and trending up. You can get all your latest information here at 6scalecantina.com and only at 6scalecantina.com for sure. It is absolutely crazy. What is going on? Commander Crook, welcome in here. It is good to have you in here for sure. Crossbow says, need a new pair of pants, spilled by coffee pot by that Palpatine price. I know. Isn't it freaking insane? I'm finishing up this cup here, Crossbow. I'm getting ready to pull out the other cup. Come on, baby. Come on. I am telling you, it is absolutely crazy. And 808 Michigan Jedi is in the house. Let's fill him up on table 88 like we filled up Popsick at table 5 with Grogu. Good to have my friend 808 Michigan Jedi in the house. Hello to you as well. Carlito puts in, this figure is awesome. Don't overpay. But if you can get it into your collection for a decent price, You will not regret it. Yeah, it is so high. It is so high. And there was an opportunity, and we're going to dive into that, Carlito. One of the good reasons, one of the big reasons to watch 6scalecantina.com is a lot of times I have some juicy tidbits on prices for Grail figures, including one right now that is certainly a Grail that is so affordable right now and won't be for long. And I'm going to show a lot of evidence today to what I'm talking about. Now, this one wasn't that low where it was really affordable, to be honest with you. As it was trending down, like that error I have on 6scalecantina.com that is trending down. It's actually trending up. I just didn't put it in there on the front page. It's trending up right on this page. It wasn't trending down like so much like where it's like affordable, because it was like $550 or $40. So that's very expensive. Okay. And about a couple $100 more than a couple $100 more from where it was. It just that it trended down from the $600 tier range. Now it's going to go into the $600 tier range and go absolutely through the roof. That is something that Hot Toys will capitalize on, for sure as well. Single songwriter puts in, I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. And I love Kylo Ren's. It was one of the highlights of the sequels. I let you down, Kylo. Whatever Luke said to him, he said, and he said, yes, you did, or whatever the heck he said. Anyway, absolutely crazy. I don't want to digress here. They moved me to table 66, fixing table 88. All right, baby, since we're talking about him.
Anakin, good.
Good.
All right. Let's continue to go on to the rest on the market. So keep your eye on right here. The Emperor for sure, because that is trending up, and we're certainly going to keep the eye on it here at 6scalecantina.com. Let's continue to go through more on the biggest movers section on what is going on over here right now. And, continuing along this trend of figures that relate to Ewan McGregor and the Obi-Wan series. And you can see right here, Darth Maul, DX16. You see Obi-Wan himself. Chewbacca relates to everything. You see Attack of the Clones Yoda. But I'm going to stick on what I just told you here. We're going to go into Luke Jedi Knight, because what I was just telling you here about the Emperor, that I give you juicy tidbits on what you can get, some grails you can get. And remember, I was telling you about Luke Jedi Knight, and there was a time where you could pick this up for $280 2 months ago. There was a time where you could pick it up for $310 a month ago. Seriously. And it was going for that. And you see the little arrow here with Luke Jedi Knight trending up. Again, the Emperor, that was just that is trending up as well. But looking at Luke Jedi Knight here that you see on your screen, let's bring up some recent stuff with Luke Jedi Knight. If I could bring it up over here and find it for you all as I go through this, and just go ahead and bear with me as I try and find it onto the screen. And this figure here has been showing signs of slowly rising, and now it's rising big compared to where it trended down to. And pulling this up onto the screen, you see back here from March 27th, $371 with 19 bids, a great seller, almost 150 feedback, all 100% positive, not including $20 in shipping, not including taxes. Well over $400 for a Luke Jedi Knight. And remember, you could have picked this up for $300, everything all in, just going back a couple of months ago. So that's why it's so important. One of the reasons it's so important, tune into the Market Value Chart Show here with your Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, who serves up all the Star Wars and soon Marvel Hot Toys talk when it comes to the market chart. I'm telling you, now you can still get him for a way better price than that Luke Deluxe Endor one, which is absolute insanity. But this figure is now starting to get up to that status of where it was. And you have to wonder, is it possible that in the future, and I'm talking about 1 year down the road, or maybe 2 years down the road, that this figure is a future grail, and meaning if you compare grails to being at least double the price from the retail value from whence it was, and I say yes. Starting to go up. Luke Jedi Knight. I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely crazy. And going to the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com, let's actually see exactly where Luke is sitting now, Jedi Knight version. When you go ahead and just type in a little search box up here, if you don't want to navigate at highest to lowest, just put in Luke, and all the Lukes will come up. Actually, I went to the Marvel chart. Let me actually, that's under construction. Let me go to the Star Wars chart. That's so funny. We're getting so big here at 6scalecantina.com. All right, now let me type in Luke and see everything that comes up. Here you go. And let's see here. And I'll highlight it. Luke Return of the Jedi. MMS 429. Now $341 and rise. Rise, my friend. Rising. Again, if you have the money budgeted and this is something you just want so bad, yeah, that now would be the time, because now it's going to just go insane. Because this is Luke Skywalker and it's Return of the Jedi. And you're not going to get a reissue of this or a reissue of the Endor version anytime soon when it comes to this, for sure. You're just not right now. You will in the future, but not right now. So again, another great reason to tune in, because I give you some tidbits here on what's going on. We got 75 watching the market chart show, old school market chart show. We got the hair going and everything. Did you smash the like button for the Dark Jedi? And if this is the first time you're watching, please go ahead and subscribe to 6scalecantina.com. I so much appreciate your support. It is absolutely crazy. Loco Lou at table 44. I'll play this one again.
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
Cold at table 44. Come on. Punisher XX. That's the head sculpt that Hot Toys should have used for the Snow Speeder Luke. We're going to talk about that Snow Speeder Luke tomorrow, Punisher. Fabio and I on Live and Raw. It's going to be real interesting with the May 4th coming countdown on that figure as well. So bringing up that Luke, let's go back to the biggest mover section. And let me give you some other tidbits right now on something that is a grail that you could pick up almost at retail. And let me go ahead and scroll down over here. You know, we're talking about the Luke. And before I actually give you that figure, let's talk about the Mud Trooper. Scrolling down over here. So you see in the other rows of what's going on from what is big this week. This is the biggest movers of this week. Look all the way on the right. Top right. There's the Mud Trooper. And just like that Luke Jedi Knight, going back last summer or late last summer and last fall, and really, in the end of 2021, you could pick up this figure for $280, $290, $300 all in, just like the Luke Jedi Knight. And I kept warning you that if you want this Mud Trooper, that you're going to want to dive into it now if you've got the money allocated and you got it budgeted, because it was going to absolutely be a $400 tier range figure again in time. And two reasons for that. It's a trooper that's rare. And the other reason, it's Han Solo. Doesn't matter who plays it, it's Han Solo. Han Solo, anything, is absolute insanity right now in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys, which is why you're going to get another Han Solo figure announcement from Hot Toys. You can bet your bottom dollar that is forthcoming. It is money. They're interested in money right now. They're interested in surviving. Okay? And remember, I'm going to give you some Star Wars Hot Toys truths that aren't too popular here. Later on in the show, you're going to have to wait for it. You're going to have to wait for it until a little bit later, until I dive into that topic after I go through all of this other stuff here with Hot Toys. So this is another figure. I'll bring this up before I give you the tip right now. The Mud Trooper. Let's see if I have any recent Mud Trooper data on here. And, you can look right here at this sale for the Mud Trooper, bringing this up onto the screen. And you can see right here, just back from the end of March, $335 with 4 bids, not including the $25 in shipping, not including taxes, near $400 for this figure. And I'll pull something else up on the screen for you. And this is a listing, and here's why the listing matters. $400, $399.95. Another great seller with 2,550 feedback, all 100% positive. And 19. Let's take a sip of some coffee. And now I got to keep my coffee warmer. So I'm going to go into the other cup and the mug, which that one got cold now. Think about this. 19 watchers. What does that mean? It means that a lot. It means that the price on this is not a joke price. Would they want it for $375? Sure. Would they buy it for $350? Yeah, for sure. Most people. Because listen, this is where this figure is. And sometimes you have ebbs and flows, which is normal. And sometimes you have trend waves, which is far more than an ebb and flow. And the trend wave sometimes hits some of these figures in a big, big way. There was an opportunity to get this under $300. That opportunity has passed. With this Mud Trooper now trending up, and we're going to take a look at that on the market value chart. But first, I'm going to give you the figure on the biggest mover section, the tip for you right now, because this is going to be the same story with the figure I'm going to pull up onto the screen, which is Chirrut Imwe, which is trending down. And whether it is the deluxe or the regular version, this figure, like the Mud Trooper, this figure, like the Luke Jedi Knight, is trending down. And if you're in the market for Chirrut, now is the time, because eventually it is going to go back well over 400, and the deluxe for sure over $500. It's a grail already. It's just one of these trend waves that are hitting. And I'll pull up some data on Chirrut Imwe right now that I have right here for you. And let me go ahead and get to it. It's the same story. Started with the Emperor, and I'm giving you a story over here with this. I'm pulling this up onto the screen. And here's a regular version of Chirrut, which is absolutely unbelievable to me. And just sold April 8th at $325 with 100% positive seller of 400 with great pictures and only one bid. Take a sip of coffee. Absolute zero interest right now in this epic grail piece. And why am I calling it a grail? Because it's one of those things right now that's not going to last. You need to listen to me carefully here. Sure, it's possible it will. It's possible it'll be like the Sith Trooper. It's just it's not going to happen. Using the data and trends like I'm showing you, everything points to this figure is going to rise back up again. There's just not demand on it right now. So here's the tidbit for you. And let's see if I go to another one. This may be the same one, for all I know. Yeah, that was the same one. Let's go to another one that I have up over here. And let's go to a deluxe. Let's go to a deluxe version. All right, deluxe, more desirable. This is deluxe, though. This comes in that freaking packaging. 13 bids. Outstanding seller. Over 12,250 feedback. Only $355 for a deluxe Chirrut? Really? Wow. I mean, Count Dooku's blowing him out of the water near $500. Krennic is killing him. This figure was a $500 above tier range figure. And you have to wonder, is it possible that this figure is going to stay low where it is. And I say no. Just like the Luke Jedi Knight. Just like the Mud Trooper. Just like the Emperor. The Emperor is a harder example because that really didn't crash down. It went from 6 to 5. It's kind of It's just kind of that's more of an ebb and flow. Those other ones were crashes for whatever various reasons. And you have to pay attention to the market trends because you have to know when to buy. And for some people looking to get out of a collection, you have to know when to sell. And even if you're not interested in prices or this and that, that's like buying a house and not being interested in what your house is worth. It's just not smart. You need to know for whatever reasons. I'm telling you right now, Chirrut right now is just not big interest. But all of a sudden, like the Luke Jedi Knight's getting big interest. All of a sudden, like Mud Trooper. What's a Mud Trooper compared to Chirrut? I don't know. It's a freaking Mud Trooper. It's not Harrison Ford. All respect to the guy, whatever his name is, that paid him, Alden, whatever. It's that trend wave. I'm telling you right now, if you're in the market for a Chirrut and you have the money budgeted and allocated, that figure is absolutely unbelievable. And for sure, a grail. JB collection in the house. Good to see JB, who has 2 thumbs and got light side Anakin for 200. That's great, baby. That's great. Light side Anakin for 200. Let me know where you got that because I'll pick one up. Because I can't even get a red Sith Trooper for under that. That's awesome. Good to have you in here. AJ puts in, I may have picked up Count Dooku yesterday. Wow. That is absolutely crazy. And let us continue to take a look here. Collector number 1 says, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. 90 in here. Smash it, baby. Welcome to the old school market chart show live. And we've got the hair all going. We've got the coffee. I'm already in the heated mug. I've got the other one over there. Let me know what table you're at. Come on. Cypher 9 says, another round for General Calrissian at table 9. Coming right up, baby. Coming right up.
This is where the fun begins.
And I got to get a Lando clip in here. Come on, baby. Come on. I thought I had one, and now it's not in here anymore. Let's continue to go up. Thank you so much, Cypher 9. Collector number 1 goes, hope everybody is doing great. Lane Kramer puts in here, the Mud Trooper would make a great companion piece for the Transport Trooper. Look, Lane, I hope that you're right. Maybe they call you the Wizard because you're talking about that Bill Burr head sculpt, which means we get another Pedro one. I would just love both of those figures, a 2-pack from that episode 7, which is such, I don't want to say underrated because it's not, because people liked it. It's just not talked about as much in The Mandalorian season 2. And case in point is because you had Ahsoka show up in episode 5 of The Mandalorian season 2, which is incredibly epic at the mention of Grand Admiral Thrawn. You had Boba Fett, like a bantha, like a bantha, like a bantha, like a bantha, like a bantha. Anyway, show up in episode 6. My goodness. You had Luke Skywalker. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Show up with R2 in episode 8. So no one's talking about episode 7, which had Bill Burr in it. It was freaking incredible. The action, how funny it was, him and the Mandalorian in the transport vehicle, in the transport trooper disguise. I would just love it, baby. I would just love it. 808 goes in and puts in, I have the opportunity to get Sideshow version Kit Fisto, waiting for the right time to get it, wondering if I should wait. That's up to you, 808, because you have to wonder, is it possible that the Hot Toys Kit Fisto is absolutely imminent? And I say yes. But up to you, my man. Up to you. Up to you for sure. Commander Crook puts in, that's great to hear that Ares is adding Marvel to the list. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm really, really excited about it. Come on, baby. And good to have Mario in the house, my good friend Mario. Nice to see Classic Market Watch today. Thank you so much, my friend. We've got the classic hair. We've got it going on. We're going over a lot of stuff over here. And Mario, what I'm talking about right now is the Chirrut is right now on a huge downtrend. It's not even an ebb and flow. But just like the Luke Jedi Knight, and just like the Emperor, and just like the Mud Trooper, is it possible that this will start trending back up to where it once was and beyond? I say yes. Let's continue to go on. And let's definitely continue to go on here. And let me go ahead and share the bigger screen. And let's go back to 6scalecantina.com. And let's go to the biggest movers section to talk about some of the other figures that are in here as well. And one that I want to talk about for sure that relates to the Obi-Wan series in some capacities is Darth Maul. Now, would you take a look here? DX16 trending up big. And you also see, if you scroll down a little bit, next to the ESB Hoth Leia, and right above the Jawa and Gong droid, which is also trending up this week, DX18 trending up. And let's bring up some things on what's going on with Maul. And the real interesting thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, is we have the Clone Wars Maul that is available now that you can pick up. Go ahead and we've had zero. I'll take 0 DX18, 0 effect on the DX16 and DX17. As a matter of fact, it's had an adverse effect where it's seeming that these figures are trending up higher than usual. And let's go ahead and bring up some data on that. I'll go ahead and bring this up on DX16 and bringing this up onto the screen. You can see right here, this just sold for $585 back on April 4th in here. Holy moly. Another one on April 3rd for $485. Another one on April 1st for $475. I guess if you keep buying it at this price, they're just going to continue to rise it up. Let's go to more on DX18 for sure, on what is going on over here. I'll bring this up onto the screen and bring up this data. And you can see right here with DX18, back from the end of March, $495 with 30 bids. Absolutely insane. Bringing this up onto the screen, DX16, going back here from the end of March as well, $450. An outstanding seller here. One feedback away from 800. All 100% positive, including 25 in shipping, which means when you put in the tax, over $500 for a DX16 figure. What is going on over here? And the same thing with DX18. The DX18 is absolutely also rising within the secondary market as well. And it has been a very, very slow burn for so much time in here. Putting that up onto the screen as well. You would see right here, 21 bids, $405, US seller, not including the $22 in shipping. And we'll go to the market value chart so that we can take a look at where both the DX18 and DX16 are sitting. And here's a very interesting thing about both of those figures. Pulling this side back up over here as we go through the biggest movers section and now go to the market value chart, which I'm going to go ahead and just post up on the right side over here for sure. And again, we got the Marvel one up. Let's get the Star Wars one up. There we go. Look, the Clone Wars Maul is a phenomenal piece. I already gave you my thoughts on it. You already seen a couple of shows where I really talked about that. You've seen the live and raw on that. Regardless of the Clone Wars Maul, The DX16, DX17, DX18, they were all going to be over $400 tier range figures. Of course, the DX17, the DX16, and DX18 specifically were all going to be $400 tier range figures no matter what. Okay. First of all, DX16 is the classic Darth Maul from The Phantom Menace, where we had one of the most epic lightsaber battle scenes in the history of Star Wars with Ray Parks, Liam Neeson, and Ewan McGregor, the end of The Phantom Menace. It was absolutely coffee spilling, absolutely epic. And the first time we were introduced in that movie to the character of Darth Maul, which George Lucas blew by killing him and then regretted it, which is why he brought him back to life and why he will be brought back to life again and again and again. But hopefully he won't be riding like a Vanth. Anyway, all day long it was going to be that. Same thing with the DX18. It's a novelty item. I understand it was in the Solo movie. And it was only in the Solo movie for a very, very short seconds. Okay? It's more of a novelty item. It's kind of like if they came out with a Darth Malgus, or a Darth Revan, or a Darth Nihilus, or a Darth Talon at this point. Yeah, that's what that Solo Maul's like. It really is. It's just a novelty item. You buy it all day. It's Darth frackin' Maul. It's a menacing looking Darth Maul. Okay, he's got the Crimson Dawn garb, emblem on there. It's absolutely badass. I can tell you from having both figures, they're both equally as good. They both have their strong points. I like the DX16 better, just from my heart because of Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace. When you compare the two figures, though, that frackin' DX18, make no mistake about it, is awesome. And even though I don't have the Clone Wars Maul yet, it's awesome as well. You can see from the videos, you can see from the final production photos, it's great. And really, what's happening here is they're all working in tandem together. And I told you a year ago that all three of these Mauls were going to be over $400 tier range figures, with the DX17 somewhere in the $600 tier range soon. And is it possible that that's exactly where it's going to go? And I say yes. And right now, because of the differential between all three figures, all three of the Mauls will go in that range, and the Clone Wars Maul is having no effect on the DX18 or any of the balls in the secondary market. As a matter of fact, it's having the complete adverse effect right now, and they're going up. And that's exactly right. And putting this in here, from 808 Michigan Jedi, seeing Solo Maul for $363 right now. Yeah, that's pretty much the average of where it is. And if I pull it up on the screen, where is the average here actually? Sometimes it sells $330, $320, sometimes it sells $400, $420, but it's going up. Let's actually type in Maul and see where this is, 808 Michigan Jedi. And you can see right here, $363 and steady. It is showing signs. I've got to get, the data continues to come in of rising, but it has been steady at $363. Darth Maul, DX16, rising at $426. And again, Darth Maul with the speeder, DX17, also showing signs of rising. Don't have all the data in there yet, but that one for sure will go up. And you can look right underneath over here, already in here, Darth Maul Clone Wars, $260 retail price, and it will go up. But what about this storm? What about all the figures that are coming out? What about figures that are in stock? I told you, I'm going to be talking about something not popular here with Star Wars Hot Toys, but I'm going to give you the truth and nothing but the truth with data a little bit later in the show. That's how I opened the show, and you're going to have to wait for it. Again, you're going to have to wait for it. Wait for it.
They call him the Wizard.
For sure. For sure. Let's look at some of these other figures before we go ahead and dive into that, though. We got a lot more to do over here. And let's go ahead and speak to, I'm going to pull this up onto the screen. Not in the biggest mover section, but showing signs of going up. and that is the K2SO figure. So let me give you the truth and nothing but the truth on this K2SO figure. And thank you so much for the chat there, Mr. 808, Michigan Jedi. K2SO was having the same thing as the Emperor Deluxe about 5-6 months ago. And it went from its $600 tier range down into around $500 and has been at the 500, high 400s, low 500s for months now. That's where it's been. And that's where it was selling. And now it has been showing signs ever since the KX Enforcer droid came out. It has been showing signs of rising. The KX Enforcer droid is not having, I will repeat, not having any effect on the K2SO at all. It is also having the adverse effect. It was already in the $500, low $500 tier range. It was already trending down and trending down and trending down for months. Now what you're starting to see is you're starting to see more interest in K2SO. And you have to wonder, is it possible that now it's starting to show signs of starting to rise higher within the $500 tier range? And you also have to wonder, is it possible that it will crack once again the $600 tier range? And I say yes, for sure. You can go through all of these listings over here, and a far cry from where they were months ago. 600, 800, 800, 700 with 18 watchers. It just absolutely wasn't going on like this going back some months ago. The KX Enforcer droid, again, having an effect like that on the K2SO, which has been low in the $500 tier range, as if that's low, which means it was selling a lot of times in the upper 400s and around the mid to low 500s. That's just an average. Now showing signs of going a little bit higher, even though you can get that KX Enforcer droid. Look, I'm going to tell you a little story here about the trend you're starting to see. And it's not for every figure. You had the same damn thing happen with a lot of these troopers. Whether you want to go ahead and look at any of the trooper variations, or you want to look at the Death Trooper specifically that was released by the Mandalorian, that figure came out and the Rogue One Death Troopers went up even higher. It wasn't like, oh, let's not buy the Specialist Deluxe. Let's not buy the Specialist from Rogue One. And that figure just dropped down. It didn't. It had the adverse effect. And you're starting to see this trend when it comes to Star Wars Hot Toys. Okay. Especially when it comes to Star Wars within the secondary market. For sure. 808 Michigan Jedi puts in damaged Solo Maul with broken horn for $400. Yeah. I got people reaching out to me all the time saying, hey, wow, an Obi-Wan Revenge of the Sith just sold for $490 or, $500, a little bit cheaper. Right. And then, but the cloak is damaged and there's a mark on the figure. Just saw Moff Tarkin sell for $500. And that's a deal with damage and no base and no art box. Yeah, deal. You're still paying $500 for it. It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. Of course, I don't calculate any of those in. Those don't count. We should do like the junkyard version of Hot Toys. I should do a try for that. Those bargain bin ones that you can put them in. That'd be pretty cool. See how much you can get them for. Let's continue to talk through some of these other ones over here that I want to speak to. Let's actually go back to the biggest mover section here at 6scalecantina.com. And again, if you're liking what you're hearing here, remember, I am going to go live with an encore right after this show with expanded thoughts and heightened analysis. And it's going to be Sunday Coffee right after the show, coming up around 4:05. If you go to 6scalecantina.com, you can get a preview right here on your screen. You can see right now the market chart show, classic market chart show. Right now, it's showing you on here You scroll down a little bit, you see on the left side the banner already up for tomorrow, live and raw, 8 p.m. Eastern, with my special guest Fabio from Fab's Figures. And then you see on the right this little pink banner, Cantina Insider, join today. And right there, the banner, Sunday Coffee Live, coming right up after this. You definitely want to go ahead and check that out if you're interested. What is going on here with Obi-Wan Kenobi? Obi-Wan Kenobi, #1, and absolutely insane. What about Yoda? Another figure connected to this Obi-Wan series. And does Maul have anything to do with the Obi-Wan series? I think it does, just like we were talking about the Emperor before. And I'm telling you right now, this Darth Maul has something to do with the way it's going up, because it was a slow burn, and now it's kind of a higher burn because of the forthcoming Obi-Wan series. And no matter what rumor you hear, I'm telling you right now, there is a strong possibility that some point during this series, you will get Darth Maul. It's very, very important to the legacy of Obi-Wan Kenobi and what is going on. You want it to be focused on Obi-Wan? You want it to be focused on Hayden Christensen? Then certain characters like the Emperor, certain characters like Darth Maul are 1,000% imminent, because you wanted to focus on Obi-Wan, because you wanted to focus on Darth Vader. Okay? But let's go ahead and bring up some data on here for sure with Obi-Wan Kenobi. And here's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here's the thing. 808 Michigan Jedi, great supporter, brings up damage. Okay, let's go ahead and bring up damage. Here's a damage Obi-Wan Kenobi with damage, with a great seller, and sold for $510 with damage, not including the $76 that it cost to ship it, with damage. Wow. Let's bring up another Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we go ahead and pull this up onto the screen and see what's going on over here. Back from March 7th. $710 without damage, not including the 30 bids and the taxes. Free shipping. Free shipping. Wow. Great seller. Over 600 feedback. All positive. A lot of these pictures make a big difference when someone's willing to put them in those auctions. Obi-Wan Kenobi Deluxe. $818 just sold at the end of March for an Obi-Wan Kenobi Deluxe figure. Wow. Absolutely unbelievable with this figure. Now, let me tell you something about this. Even before any hype with the upcoming Obi-Wan series, this figure was one of the most highly sought after Star Wars Hot Toys in the market for sure. Obi-Wan Kenobi. And whether it's the A New Hope version, which I'll scroll to in the bottom so you can see that, which is also trending up. Not trending up as much at the moment, but trending up as much, but really trending up, is the Revenge of the Sith, whether it's regular or deluxe for this figure. Hype for the upcoming Obi-Wan series. Hype for seeing Ewan McGregor back. We drink to that again. No matter how good or how bad this series is, one thing's for sure. Ewan McGregor is the star of the show. Did you hear what I just said? Ewan McGregor is the star of the show, whether it sucks, whether it's whether it's like a bantha, or whether it's great, or whether it's phenomenal. Ewan McGregor is the star of the show. And is that having any effect at all on this figure? And you say, let me know. But I say, yes. Because it was trending up. It was trending up like OT figures. It was trending up like a legacy character, which he is. With that actor portraying him. Legacy character. A lot of buzz for this show. And at the end of the day, if the show does suck, there's going to be a whole lot of people that are just going to cherish it anyway. Why? Because Ewan McGregor is the star of the show. And that's Obi-Wan Kenobi. What do you mean? Well, even if it sucks, Darth Vader is going to be in the show. Heck, I'll watch the cartoon holiday special from 1977. That ain't too great either. But I love it, baby. All right? Let's be real. Let's be real. No matter what the hell they do in this series, it's absolutely unbelievable that they have paired these two guys, Ewan McGregor, and now here comes the other one, Hayden Christensen, together. And you have to wonder, how far can the Revenge of the Sith version, which is not going to be reissued right now for this show, how high can it go? Sky's the limit. And like the other figures I was showing you before, and here's the story to a lot of this. Oh, when they come out with these other figures, I'm going to be able to get Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan in the bargain in the secondary market. No, you're not. As a matter of fact, it'll have an adverse effect. And this figure will continue to be insane. No matter what they give you for this Obi-Wan, which you're going to get the General Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars. Ewan McGregor likeness. Whether they keep that same head sculpt or they change it slightly, you're getting it. And you're going to get Obi-Wan from this series. And possibly 2 variations of it. And you may even get an Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan. They'll throw one at you. Or perhaps even an Obi-Wan from the Phantom Menace, which would be absolutely phenomenal to go with my Qui-Gon Jinn and my DX-16. Wouldn't you like that? Heck, maybe they'll give you a kids 3-pack. It'll have 2 shows in there, the Phantom Menace and the Obi-Wan series together, and give you young Luke, young Leia, and how would you like a young daddy, a young Anakin in there, although I don't know what trouble they would have with that actor to get that likeness, but wouldn't that be epic and probably a first time crossing movies in together, having kind of like a young person's 3-pack there. But the possibilities are endless. But the moral of the story is, not to digress, you're not going to get this Revenge of the Sith version. It is absolutely insane right now, and the buzz is insane. And I think we've got a brace for a couple of Obi-Wan Kenobi figures. You're probably going to get the Clone Wars version, and you're certainly going to get something directly from the movie. You may even get something extra as well. And going beyond that, is it possible that you could get a quarter scale Hot Toys Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan from this series? If we do, then you're going to get a Darth Vader from this series. And if we do, you're most certainly going to get, and get ready to spill your coffee because I would have to buy this. There's no way I could not buy this. You would get a quarter scale Ahsoka from the upcoming Ahsoka series. Which, can you even imagine getting a quarter scale Ahsoka Tano with Rosario Dawson likeness from Hot Toys? I would lose it, baby. I would lose it. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I feel like if we get the Obi-Wan one, we will certainly get that. Let me look at some of the chat things over here. Sorry, I didn't mean to be ignoring some of the chat over here, continuing to go down. Looking at some of this over here. 808 says, say, bartender, can I get a cup of coffee at table 66? Need an eye opener?
Good, Anakin, good. Good.
We're going to get into some juicy stuff here in a bit. I teased you about in the beginning. Come on. P-Rock says, sip that coffee or whatever you're drinking and hit that like button if you could. Thank you so much, P-Rock. Yeah, smash the like button. You are watching Old School Market Chart Show and live interacting with all of you here within the chat. And in case you don't know who I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'm serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, and soon going to be serving up all the Marvel secondary market Hot Toys talk as well. Already teased that in the beginning. You heard some rumblings about that as well. Under construction here at 6scalecantina.com for sure. Loco Lou at table 44 with Chewie.
Oh, really? You're cold?
And Loco Lou, you're cold too? Come on. And really, right now.
This is where the fun begins.
That's for you sitting at table 77. Attention-seeking geek. Hi, all. Great to have this insight into the stats behind a hobby we all love. Thank you so much for that, attention-seeking geek. I love to be able to share some of my insights with you, and glad that it can be a help to you or get your mind to turn anyway as well. 808 Michigan Jedi Mud Trooper wasn't selling good earlier. Now its price is increasing. Absolutely. That's what we were talking about earlier, and you're right on. Collector number one in the house. Hope everyone is doing great. Continuing to go down some of these comments over here. 808 says, that'll be a great idea, Aries. Junkyard deal at Guido's Cantina. Yeah, I think I might do that, actually. I think I might do that. Junkyard deal, because there's so much of that. Like I said, I saw a what's his name, Moff Tarkin sell earlier, because of having damage. I showed you the Obi-Wan selling cheaper because it was damaged, $510 cheaper, not even a deluxe. It's crazy, but yeah, I can do that. Maybe if they have damage on one of those first order troopers and get it for $50. AJ puts in, there would be so much coffee spilled that Ahsoka comes out. It would be insane. I know. Just think about it. A quarter scale version of Ahsoka Tano, Rosario Dawson. Look, I really believe if they give you the Ewan McGregor and people are buying it, people are going to buy this freaking Boba Fett one. Look, everyone kind of making fun of Boba, the Boba Fett, like a banda, and I get it, it's cute, but really, once Chapter 5 hit, the fun stopped making fun of it because it was freaking epic. 6 was epic, 7 was epic. All people are talking about Mandalorian, Grogu, all the great shit, the Mandalorian, the heavy infantry Mandalorian, the armor, at least the general public anyway. And remember, a lot of people that watch this stuff, it's a very, 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 very minute percentage of people that buy Hot Toys. Like I said, my daughters, my wife, they spilled their damn coffee. They loved, all they kept talking about was the damn Rancor monster in the Chapter 7 and how much Boba Fett was kicking butt. They weren't there. They're not that attached to Boba Fett where it's like, oh, Boba was riding like a band. They didn't even remember that episode. All they remembered is the last thing you've seen. And really, it's what you've done for me lately. It doesn't matter how bad a fighter is failing. A fighter could be sucking. A team could be sucking. They can be losing football game after football game. But all of a sudden, if they blow somebody out 44-7, and then the next week they come out and they blow you out 36-9, all of a sudden you're the talk of the town. And make no mistake about it, because I'm giving you the truth here. I'm the truth setter. That's exactly what happened with the Boba Fett series and why you're going to be getting the second season of that, and why everyone's hyped up for the Mandalorian season 3 is because of what happened in the book of Boba Fett. That's the truth. Including this. If you're sitting at table 88, escaping table 66. I think that froze a little bit, but you get my point. All right, continuing to go down over here. Diablo Fett asked the Dark Jedi, Aries, what did you think of last night's UFC 273? Cosmot versus Burns was awesome. Yeah, dude. With 80 in here, smash that like button. Hopefully I'm not lagging too much here. It'll come back in a second. My video kind of froze. It's absolutely unbelievable. I knew you do not discount Gilbert Burns, number 2 ranked fighter in the world in that division where Kamaru Usman is the champion. And him being an underdog the way he was just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Cosmot is good. He ain't that good yet because he hasn't fought someone like Gilbert Burns. What he showed, Cosmot, is that he's ready to start contending or contend for a title. He's not going to beat Kamaru Usman with that performance last night. Gilbert Burns did not beat Kamaru Usman. He's just not going to beat him. But in time, in a fight or two, I think he can. If they want to make that fight now, Cosmot versus Kamaru Usman, yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and do that soon in a fight or two. But he's absolutely unbelievable. It showed that Cosmot is for real. It shows that he's a gamer. He shows he's amazing. But he didn't win the fight in 45 seconds. And there was not a chance in hell he was going to win the fight in 45 seconds or in one round versus someone like Gilbert Burns. It's just not even possible. He wasn't going to pick him up and carry him across the ring. And I really thought Gilbert was going to win, which wouldn't have had Cosmot go down, in my opinion. But Cosmot pulled out a split decision. And, good for him. I don't have a problem with that. I also think it was good. But Gilbert's a beast, baby. But he's good. He's for real. It's going to be interesting. But I think people are seeing, they're going to get a slobber knocker of a fight. They're going to get a barn burner. But he's not going to go in there against Gilbert Burns, Cosmot. He's not going to go in there against Kamaru Usman and win in 45 seconds. Not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But it was great. Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling. I had Aljamain picked. And what happened. Aljamain's cardio looked way, way better than what he did the first time. And I just think Aljamain's a better fighter at this point. So I'm not surprised that he won. But I like Peter Yan for sure. Yeah, I mean, it was good fights. The main event, Korean Zombie looks sluggish. He looks sluggish. He's a zombie though, man. His stock didn't go down. I mean, to take that beating, I mean, Alexander Volkanovski is a beast, dude. Believe me, I train MMA. His conditioning is off the charts. Zombie didn't have it that night. Zombie was off. I don't know what's up. He was off. Honestly, because I don't really think that Volkanovski is that much faster. He's not faster than Holloway. And I think Holloway won those 2 previous fights, especially the one before. And don't worry, I'm getting back to the Star Wars stuff. Just talking some MMA, which is my other big passion besides Star Wars. I probably know more about MMA than I do Star Wars, to be quite frank with you. Raquel Pennington, I knew she was going to give Aspen Ladd a good fight. As a matter of fact, I had Raquel picked the whole time. Aspen's good. Just, I think, a little bit overranked in the top 10, to be quite honest with you. She's not ready for Amanda Nunes. Okay, she didn't last 13 seconds against Doreen Demandame. And I didn't think she was going to beat Raquel Pennington, who's a complete piece of iron. But she showed a lot. Man, she hung in there. Man, they had some. I love that fight. Tisha Torres, Mackenzie Dern. Tisha, love Tisha. Mackenzie Dern, dude, you just don't want to go on the ground with that girl. It is. Put it to you this way. What I see in the future is Rose Namajunas. Thug Rose. After she beats what's her name there? That she's going to be fighting again is Sparza. Carla. I'd love to see that fight, her and Mackenzie Dern. It'd be interesting. Rose is a beast on the ground. But Mackenzie Dern, I don't know, dude. That's my thoughts, Diablo. A little bit crazy. Come on. Rodney goes, Mando Luke needs to get here. Come on, Mando Luke. Come on. I cannot wait, buddy. All right, let's look at some of the other stuff here. And remember to hit that like button if you haven't yet. You are watching old school market chart show. The hair's going here. Come on. Let's blow this up a little bit. Remember, we're going to have an encore after this show, and we're going to continue with expanded thoughts and heightened analysis. If you want to become a Cantina insider with Sunday Coffee with Aries, right here at 6 Scale Cantina. Before I get into the other news I talked to you about earlier in the show, you can see right at this pink banner coming up after the show, Sunday Coffee Live encore here. Just join me, hit the little join button. And if you do decide to join, then just go to the memberships tab to get the link to this upcoming show after this. It'll show you where it is. You'll see me live. Hop on in, baby, for sure. And let's get into some of the other stuff that I want to bring into you over here. So Chewbacca, Force Awakens Chewbacca, baby. All Chewbaccas are starting to go up. And let's bring this up onto the screen. Force Awakens Chewbacca. I can pull this up on here. Just going back with 27 bids back from the end of March, $405, not including the $11.40 in shipping. Are you freaking kidding me? And look, I don't care what anybody else says. I'm sure they may have a figure of this Chewbacca that sucks. You've seen my live unboxing where I spilled my coffee as a Cantina insider. And I'm telling you that my Force Awakens Chewbacca is absolutely, it looks exactly like Chewbacca from The Force Awakens. I've seen the pictures where it looks like Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street. Not my version, baby. And I got mine brand new. Brand new. And I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely unbelievable. So I don't know. I feel like that there was a bad batch somewhere or something. But that figure, no wonder it's going up over here. It is just as good as that A New Hope Chewbacca. I'm giving it to you real. Okay? Just like I'm telling you that the Han Stormtrooper is just as good as the Han A New Hope. Some people like that one. They're both really good. Both of these Chewbaccas are good. You want to make the argument that you like the original trilogy better than the sequel? Sure. Well, so do I. Okay, but I'm talking about the damn toy. I'm telling you the damn toy is freaking good. It's just as good as the A New Hope one. I got it. It's fantastic. And it's no wonder to me that this is starting to go up. And I'll tell you another secret as well. That Han Solo from The Force Awakens is absolutely unbelievable. And without a doubt, one of the absolute best head sculpts ever. Not just for Star Wars, but anything in Hot Toys. Unbelievable the way they captured Harrison Ford. Say what you want about the film. Say what you want about the sequels. Don't let that mix into the figure itself. The figure is great. Now, those ones with pictures where he looks like Snuffleupagus, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't get one like that. But that's what's going on here. And then when you talk about the A New Hope, Chewbacca, insane and trending obviously higher than this Force Awakens one, but absolutely unbelievable. You can see right here, $502, not including the $25 in shipping, not including taxes, continuing to go on with Chewbacca as well, pulling that up onto the screen. You can see right here from my man, Hawk Wars Toys, Ray from Hawk Wars Toys. He was in the chat earlier. Don't know if Ray is still watching, but $525, best offer accepted, probably around $510, $515 here. Absolutely phenomenal over here. That's what these are going for and trending up. Chewbacca within the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. Look, baby, Han has been going up. Han Solo Stormtrooper, Han Solo A New Hope. Leveled off here the last couple of weeks, and now what you're starting to see is Chewbacca on that end start to come up, which is only going to elevate that 2-pack in the future, 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. Absolutely through the roof, no matter what the ebbs and flows are going to be in there. And then we're going to have to keep an eye on that Han Solo and Chewbacca The Force Awakens 2-pack, because that is showing big signs of starting to come up. I don't think it'll be too long at all. And I think it'll be under a year, but certainly within a year, that 2-pack is going to crack the $700 tier range. It is absolutely crazy for sure. We already have over 80 in here. Go ahead and smash that like button. You are watching the Market Show live. Come on. Come on. All right. So let's get into the last bit I want to get into on this show for sure. And I'm going to kind of set this up. What is going on with the regular market for Star Wars Hot Toys? And it's hard to pinpoint. There's a lot of things out there. You've heard me speak a lot about it. And one thing that I'm going to bring up that is very interesting that you may not get, or you may not have heard yet, or you heard me talk about it, but not expanding to this level. And this is not for every figure, but for certain figures. So let me go ahead and bring this up on the screen. And as I go ahead and do that, pulling up on the screen in here, welcome everybody who's in here. Smash that like button. Let me know what table are you at. And I told you to wait for it this part of the show. And you have to wonder, is this what they call me?
They call him the Wizard.
And who the hell, as we get into this, honestly, is sitting at table 5, table 44.
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
Table 77.
This is where the fun begins.
Table Men in Black.
So, you guys seen the Wangers?
Sure you don't want some coffee?
Let me know what table you're at. All right. Lando Calrissian. Still in stock here at Sideshow.com. And is he in stock because of this storm? No, for whatever reason, the 2-pack's going up. Storm's having no effect on that. Emperor with Throne is going up. Storm's having no effect on that. Same ebb and flows as usual that I'm seeing with Star Wars Hot Toys in the secondary market. No effect on that. Why is he in stock? No one wants it. They want Han. They don't want Lando. They secretly don't want Lando. Mom, I'm going to tell you the truth here. No one wants it. Here's your release photos of Lando Calrissian. And here's something that's very telling. This was released in Hong Kong on October 8th. I want you to soak that in for a second. October 8th. Don't you love my pauses? To November 8 is 1 month. To December 8 is 2 months. To January 8th is 3 months. To February 8th is 4 months. To March 8 is 5 months. Usually that's how long it takes for some of these figures when they come out to get here in the past, even before COVID. Once they get released in Hong Kong, when am I going to get my figure? When is it going to come over? Then when it comes over, then whatever people you would normally think it's the first people that go ahead and place orders, that they would get it, but that's not always the case. I know people that order the first minute and they don't get it till after the comic shops get it, and somebody who orders it now got it before someone that ordered it, 2 years ago. But anyway, once it comes in, it still says pre-order on it. 4 to 5 months, 4 to 6 months later. Then it goes to the comic shops. Then it still says pre-order on it. Then once the comic shops get it and they start selling it and then they start giving it to the next wave of people, then all of a sudden it changes to the in-stock thing. Then 3 to 5 months after that, it goes out of stock. Whether it goes out of stock in 3.5 months like Commander Cody or 5.5 months like the Qui-Gon Jinn. So with some figures, like this Lando here, what I'm trying to tell you is the Dark Jedi sees no difference than what was going on in the past. What I see is a difference between Sideshow and Hot Toys. I don't give a crap if they come out with 300 figures tomorrow. It's not going to stop you from buying Lando, especially if none of those other figures are Lando Calrissian. Who else has a Lando Calrissian out there you can buy from? Queen? King? Jack? Ace? Sideshow? So-so? Hasbro? Who are you going to buy it from? And what we need more of is more time to see how this is going to play out. Because make no mistake about it, the world is different. The world is very, very different. Because of what happened with COVID-19. And we need to stop blaming Hot Toys for this and that. Because like most other manufacturers or many manufacturers and many other distributors and many other companies all have things going on with this COVID-19 pandemic. Where's the releases? Where's this? Where's that? What are they doing? What do you mean, what are they doing? What's every other company doing? They're dealing with supply chain issues. They're dealing with factory shutdowns. They're dealing with people calling off work. They're dealing with factories shutting down because someone's got COVID. They're dealing with an increase in prices. What do you mean what's going on? That's what's going on. And what happened here? Sideshow started shipping this Lando at the same time, just about. That doesn't usually happen. I already gave you the scenario on how it usually happened in the past. No, that doesn't mean it ain't going to play out this way. It doesn't mean it's going to not. It doesn't mean it won't be in stock for 2 years. It might. I'm just giving you another thing over here. We need more time to see how everything plays out over here within the regular market for Star Wars Hot Toys, especially for Star Wars Hot Toys, which is a completely different IP than Marvel. And people don't even collect Star Wars the same way they collect Marvel in the regular collecting world. Star Wars has a very unique collecting base like G.I. Joe. And in an upcoming show, I'm going to go over that with you and someone who's been in this for decades. And I can't wait so we can spill our coffee over that as we talk about it. But we got to give it time. To me, when it comes to this particular figure, right on course. And you have to think about that. Because they didn't make more than these than what we thought. That's not the reason. And it's not that you don't want this figure, but for whatever reason, you just want Han and Chewbacca and R2, and you don't want Lando. Been waiting for Lando for how long? Is it possible it's because of the things that I just told you and all the weird ways that it kind of went off course? Sure. As far as from a timing perspective, you're on the same timeline. It's just that different things are happening within that timeline. That's what's going on. Not with every figure, but with this one in particular. And before we go ahead and jump the gun, you have to weigh all these things to see what's going on. Now, what we need is more time to see what's going to happen with this. And for sure. But that is some food for thought for you. Come on. Bob Dylan puts in Queen, King, Hasbro. So Aries, you use the force on my funny bone. Don't you hate when you get hit in the funny bone, dude? It kind of like, oh my God, Bob. I've been very lucky. I haven't been hit in the funny bone lately. Kicked in the shin, though, which is not very pleasant as you're checking kicks. Not very good. H. Green goes, Aries, I love my Lando. So happy I grabbed him, but I'm shocked he hasn't waitlisted yet. Yes. As I'm pointing out over here, not so shocked from my end. And I think it's going to be coming very, very soon, but we'll see. You know, if he's still in there in 6 months from now, I'd be a little bit shocked. But I think very, very soon. I think we're on the right timing. It's just that when you collect it all in together, there's usually a pattern with Hot Toys and Sideshow and Hong Kong and the U.S. release date. That's just a little bit off kilter. And I just gave you that timeline for sure as well. Kinky Sphincter puts in 6-scale Cantina. My Chewie from The Force Awakens was some of those that came out horrible. I kept him only because it's Chewie. So there must have been some batches. I've seen those pictures. They look like Snuffleupagus from the Sesame Street, dude. I don't know what the heck happened. And you have to wonder, was there just some different batches with this? Because mine is absolutely outstanding. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Now, I didn't get mine. Did you get yours in a 2-pack or solo? Let me know that. Because I got mine, Kinky Sphincter, solo. Okay, and I have my Hot Solo, so I didn't get the 2-pack. Maybe you got to start wondering, did maybe all the ones come in a 2-pack that look like that? I don't know. And obviously, if you say you got a solo too, then who the hell knows? I am good. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, for sure. Crazy. All right, let's go over some last things here. So I just want to kind of bring it up. It's something we're going to have to keep an eye on here in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. Let me go back to these comments. The retro Kenner packaging is too off-putting for me. Yeah, and I don't think we're done with that. I think we're going to get another one for Empire Strikes Back, maybe 2. And I think we're going to get some Return of the Jedi ones. It's going to be interesting when those start coming next year with Hasbro and a bunch of other places. Is Hot Toys going to be a year behind like they were with this one? Or are they going to come out at the same time? I think at the same time. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. All right, let's go ahead and go back to here as we go ahead and get to the last part of the show, 6scalecantina.com. And remember, if you don't have 6scalecantina.com bookmarked, you may want to consider doing so. Big news for today. Trends up and down. You see the latest information. That's the market chart show live old school. You got it right here up on the screen. If you scroll down to the left, upcoming tomorrow, live and raw with Fabio's special guest. We're going to do it again, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. The countdown to May 4th. And you have to wonder, are we going to spill some coffee? Is it going to be absolutely epic tomorrow? Is it possible we wake up tomorrow morning and get something like this?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'd be careful where I was sticking my nose if I were you.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. And then also, when you scroll down and look at the right side of the screen right here. You can see the banner coming up now. Sunday Coffee Live right after this. We're going to use the restroom. We're going to fill up the coffee. I'm going live. All you got to do, besides leave. If you're interested in coming and joining me there for some heightened thoughts, expanded analysis hangout, go ahead and join the channel. Then once you do, all you got to do is go into the membership tab. It'll give you the link to this. There's the banner for it. Cantina Insider exclusive. Sunday Coffee with Aries coming up. Again, big news from today. Market value chart from Marvel coming up over the upcoming months. You can see here when you go to it, it is under construction. Values and trends coming soon. You absolutely want to go ahead and bookmark 6scalecantina.com. Thank you so much for your support. And you don't want to forget to subscribe to 6 Scale Cantina if this is the first time you're watching. And let me give you the last fill up before we go into the next show. Who's at table 5? Who is at table 44 where it's cold?
Oh, really? You're cold?
Who is at table 77?
This is where the fun begins.
And who is at table 66?
Good, Anakin, good.
Ooh, baby. Come on. All right. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow night for Live and Raw, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll have the spotchka. I'll have the off-world Jawa egg juice. I'll have Easy Company collectibles, buttermilk beer. I'll have Fabio cigars. I will have Brother Cousins Colt 45. I will have it all in the house. Countdown to May 4th. Remember, you can catch me live next. Here's the coffee cup. Hope you enjoyed this today. Check out last night's show if you didn't yet. Again, shout out to those guys who are on the show. Primetime Reviews, Lane Kramer, The Jedi's Night's Watch, Loco Lou, Epic Show. Thank you for tuning in. I don't always buy coffee out. A little cold now, but good. But when I do, I buy from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.